Don't move. Don't tell me to put that dagger down. I'm warning you, don't move. Tell me, who are you? No, I'm not shaking. Now answer the question. The one who... I passed out in the forest. I remember a little bit. I was running, someone was chasing me, but I was so tired and thirsty, and I fainted in the bush. Huh. How unladylike of me. That still doesn't answer my question. Who are you? Are you some kind of bandit? Want something from me, perhaps? I have every right to be paranoid. Thank you very much. Now answer my question. Who's chasing me? How on earth am I supposed to know? How is that any importance? Knights. They were knights that were chasing me. Wanted runaway princess from the kingdom of Asub. I see my father also increased the reward money too. Figures, doesn't it? Pays me no mind while I'm there, but a second I disappear, I'm his darling runaway princess he misses so dearly. Well, might as well give up the whole knife charade. I won't know how to use one properly anyways, especially against a knight who was able to snatch me up and escape from my father's forces. Well, I'm assuming they're my father's forces that were chasing me in the forest. Such a large group of them. It wouldn't be a surprise. What was your plan then? Let me guess. Snatch me up under my father's eye and return me yourself so you get a full reward money, right? Yes, that's what I'm sorry, did you say no? That's not your plan? Well, what was your plan then? What do you mean you didn't have a plan? Well, I'm not disappointed. I was just hoping my kidnapper might have a bit of organizational skill. I'm not even tied up or anything to stop me from running. Why are you laughing? What is so humorous about me being tied up? I am not a wholesome little princess. You are a very strange knight indeed. Well, if you're not a knight, what are you? A monarchy? Well, that makes even less sense now. Why would someone who kills for a living have any issue with returning princess for some extra money in their pocket? So you don't kill. Do you just do other types of monarchy jobs? So like kidnapping maybe, or perhaps robbing or mugging or something. Hey, whoa, hold on a second. I didn't mean anything by that. I was just curious. Promise. I didn't mean to question your morals or anything like that. So it's more of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor type of work. No, not at all. Trust me, I'm done with that lifestyle of a princess, and thus I have no qualms with that type of work. If anything, I see quite noble. I've never liked the way my father treated the people of his lands, looking down on them, not because of his hard work, but because he was born with blue blood and copious wealth. It never sat right with me. Are you sure? Well, yes, I'm quite hungry and thirsty. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, this is divine. How did you make this? Leftovers and herbs around the forest? Is that all? That's incredible. Oh, trust me, the castle food is not as great as it's made to be. It's usually just meat and always plain tasting too. You could tell no love was put into it. One time it was so dry and underdone, it was like chewing bark off of a tree. One of my sisters tried so hard to rip some meat off of the leg with her teeth once. When she finally did it, the force left in her arm shot the leg through the air, landing in my father's wine glass. Wine everywhere. Is that a smile I could see in your face? Is he even the dark and brood monarchy prone to laugh every now and then? Ah, as you're known for your laughter? I'm sorry, but your dark hood covered your face doesn't exactly scream out court jester. Was that supposed to be a jester impression? That was the worst impression I've ever heard. I'm sorry, by the way. I'm sorry for what I said earlier about what I thought you were. You're clearly not some deranged kidnapper or violent killer. You're actually very kind, saving me, keeping me safe, giving me food and water. There aren't many people out there who would be something like that for strangers, especially the ones that are wanted. So, thank you for that. Also, sorry for being a royal, I guess. I'm assuming by your distaste for the rich, royals aren't your most favorite person on the planet. Even if it's just pity, I'm grateful you would save me anyways. Really? Why is that? Well, yes, I suppose running away and planning to never return home would make people come to the conclusion I dislike the royals too. Why? Well, it's a little complicated. Maybe complicated is the wrong word. More complex, I guess you could say. There's a lot of issues there, you know? I don't mind talking about it. I was the king's firstborn and the only child with his first wife, my mom, who passed away when I was 5. My father remarried quite soon afterwards, having 3 more kids, 2 of my sisters and my brother. Even though he was the middle child of 3, being the man, he immediately put into front next to the throne. Trust me, that is the least unfair thing about it. I've never cared about the throne in the first place. I was too wrapped up in my books to think ever running a kingdom. My issue was that me and my sisters were being forcefully trained to being princesses in the traditional sense, that is. A pretty face in a nice dress meant to stand around and smile until some future king from a faraway kingdom comes to take us away. Not for love, but so they don't storm my father's castle and take the land for themselves. At best, we're background sceneries. At worst, at least, we're baby machines. Yeah, tell me about it. My father never listened to anything I've said. Any time I tried to stand up for myself, he would never listen and just shout, "That's not how a princess should be." My sisters didn't need help either. I was the half-sibling, the black sheep of the family. I practically never saw my brother. He was always dragged away to learn the ways of a king. I was on my own, trapped away from the outside world and stuck learning to be nothing really. A nun being a prop. It was hell. Well, when I said I was on my own, that was a half lie. Some of the maids comforted me, especially this one maid, Millie. She knew my mother and would tell me these stories about her and her misadventures around the kingdom grounds, and how she was never really a princess like either. Millie was the one who used to sneak me these books about the outside world, and the little storybooks too, about adventures all around the lands, from high hills to deep ocean floors. Yes, it was quite silly, but it was nice. She was the one who told me I needed to get out of there and have my own life and adventures for myself. So, one day, I took her advice, and I did. I escaped and never looked back. About a week, no one caught me yet. Well, except for you, I suppose. God knows how far I've traveled. That many miles? Oh my, you must know your stuff about the land, don't you? Like hell you've done that stretch in 2 days. It takes that long to get through the bog. You could go around the bog? Well, how was I supposed to know that? Well, thank you for saying that. Most people would have called me stupid for running away, not brave. You know, you never answered my question. Just who exactly are you? I understand that monarchies have a certain level of mystery about their past and personal life, considering what their work is. Do you at least have a name? I see. That's a rather beautiful name. Well, I feel honored to be one of the rare few to know it. Thank you. Generally, thank you. My next move? Well, I was planning to head to the next kingdom over and try to start something there. Maybe get a job or... Why is that a bad idea? I see. I suppose it is quite close to my father's kingdom. Even if the alliance isn't the strongest between them, he and his guards may still visit. Where am I supposed to go instead? To Rhone? That's over double the journey I've already done. Oh geez, thanks for telling me that. I really wanted to know about the Forest of Doom. Well, if needs must, I know it may sound stupid going so far for some non-existent job that may not even be there in order for me to make up a new life for myself. But as you say, going to the kingdom so close would make it easier for my father to find me, and personally, I'd risk the journey than going back to living in the castle. I've made my bed and I must lay in it. And that's my choice, no one else's. Dangerous? Probably. But if there isn't any danger, that wouldn't be any fun, would it? There's that smile again. You should do that more. Wait, you're what? You want me to be your partner? I'm sorry, I'm confused. So you're going to Ron? So all that stuff about the Forest of Doom and it being a dangerous road ahead, was that a test? Oh, so it was a job interview, was it? For a partner of monarchy. Well, okay then. So, did I pass? That depends if I want the position or not. I see. Well, a princess needs a bodyguard after all, doesn't she? I'm joking, okay? So, I get a personal navigator who's also trained monarchy, who's also offered me training and employment with small cuts in the job I take part. That's right. Who's also a good laugh. Is that right? Can't agree with you there, especially after the gesture impression. Don't do it again. My answer? Well, how could I say no? I owe you after all. Hey, that doesn't mean I don't want to get paid, thank you very much. Even if it does go to the poor, we left with 2 pennies. I'll take 1 penny with pride. Shake on it? That's settled then, partner. So, we set off in the morning for a long road ahead to Varan. Honestly, I'm quite excited. Am I ready? Well, with a partner like you, I think I'm ready for anything.